You know, I always feel super awkward during these transitions, and I have absolutely no idea what to say or how to like move forward from here. So we're just gonna, we're just gonna go. We're just gonna go here. Uh, I haven't seen a ton of gameplay from this game. All I know, honestly, is that apparently there's like an anime girl at some point in the game. Oh, what? This is sensitivity. I'm gonna have to lower that for sure. Okay. Okay. So, um, is an AI trying to encourage me? Okay. So, I don't know what to expect from this game. All I know is that apparently there's like an anime figurine or waifu or something at some point that got removed. So apparently that's something that I'm going to be missing out on. Oh gosh, my eyes. Is there a way to remove some of these effects? Why is everything called epic? Can we just like move everything to high? Because I'm already streaming this and we're all struggling out here already. Okay, first and foremost, I apologize for the timing of the stream. I didn't expect to be going at this time either, not gonna lie. Um, it just kind of ended it up this way. Wait, what the heck just happened? Was it the bed? Wait, are beds like trampolines in this game? Okay, where the heck do I start? Oh my gosh. Okay, everything just rendered all at once. There's a bunch of pipes over there. Do I... Oh, there's an elevator. Does this take me anywhere? Is, is it called the social elevator? Does nothing happen there? Okay, cool. Okay, so it looks like the only way up. Yeah, oh, I get it. I get it. I get the game now. Only up. I think the only way up from here looks like to be from this pipe structure and this building. So the question is, how do I how do I get up the building? Oh, there's a climbing mechanic. Okay. Actually, I already knew that. I don't know why I'm acting like I didn't know that. Oh, okay. I should probably mess around. Oh, okay, there's a crouch button. Any other buttons I need to be aware of? I don't know. Oh my gosh, this glare is gonna be the death of me. What's this? Oh, it's an elevator. And we're going. Okay. So as you guys know, I have played through Jump King a little bit and was vaguely successful. Uh, which doesn't sound, great, but I mean, I went through the game. Like I finished the game initially. And so here we are with another Phodian? I don't remember the term for that. Is there subtitles, by the way, for like the people who cannot hear stuff like me, such as myself? I guess not. Okay. I guess there's only one way to go from here. Oh boy. Okay. Actually, I should probably look at the controls before I keep going. Is there any controls I need to worry about? There's slow walking, which is the left click, and there's slow motion. Wow, okay, that's slow. Okay, and then there's the climate mechanic. Makes sense. Can I just walk or okay, so I'd have to push the space button. Okay, guys, we're getting there. Pipes, please. Oh wait, do I slow walk? Oh, it's a toggle. I see. We're learning. We're learning. Oh Lord. Really? I already fell. That's crazy. Where's this music? What am I listening to? Brother. Oh, by the way, that's something that's been more apparent in my speech recently is I've been saying brother a lot. Okay. I've already fallen. The first fall and the last fall of the game. By the way, I actually have like a set time that I want to finish the stream by. As this stream is probably going to be the first video that Melon is going to be making out of. Or yeah, she's probably going to be making a video out of this. And or at the very least, she's going to do something with it, to like, you know, make the YouTube channel like be around and have, you know, stuff. The pipes are like surprise. Oh wait, can I climb on top of that? I don't know why I decided that was a good idea, but you know what? It worked out. Everything's a-okay. Okay, where do I go from here? Oh boy. We can go down here. Okay, let's toggle the slow. Actually, no, we never slow walk. We only normal walk, whatever the heck this is. I assume this is just like running or jogging or something like that. Oh my gosh, dude, the sun is actually flashbanging me. I can't see crap. Oh gosh, please. And now there's a spiral here, and I don't like this. So now we're gonna walk. Ignore the ignore what I said about we're only gonna run. Actually, I should have said we're only gonna sprint. That would be cooler, huh? We're only gonna walk from here. Oh my gosh, please don't do that again, sir. Is this kind of a name? We should name him. What should his name be? That way I don't have to be like, oh my god, I fell. I could say that he fell. You know, it's not my fault. I can attribute blame to the boy. Actually, is it a boy? Face the camera. Stop doing that. Face the camera. Okay, I can't tell. I assume. Okay, it's 2023. I can't do that. Them. What should their name be? I actually. Okay, wait. Is there a way for me to. Let me go into the actual volume mixer and increase the volume by a tad, because this is really quiet. I can't hear anything. That's better. I don't know what she said, but I agree. I don't know what I'm agreeing to. Okay, so, now that I'm here, oh, there's a bed. Can I just, you know, that is, oh my gosh, please. Vaguely terrifying. Can I make this jump? I don't know. We're about to find out. I'm a genius. Okay, so while I'm talking here, while I have your guys' attention here, I should probably talk about some stuff regarding streaming. Yes, because that's vaguely important since that's what I'm doing right now. Because I said some stuff in my last stream, which was a while ago. I will admit. Where do I go from here? I don't know. There's some rails over there. Is there a way for me to climb this train? Oh, I'm climbing it. I'm doing something. Oh boy. Can I... Do I have to like be facing the train? Okay. That kind of scared me, not gonna lie. I have a vague feeling that what I was doing was not correct. But you know what? Breaking games is always fun and exciting, right? Gosh dang it. Should I be playing music? Maybe I should be. Oh wait, no, maybe not. Where do I go from here? Is there like another way over to those tracks that I am unaware of? Oh, maybe I use the bed to go to the tracks. Although I don't know if it goes that far or if the bed can go that high. Wee. Is there anything over here? What have I done? Why did I do this to myself? Oh my gosh, okay. Do that again. Sigh. Just do things, like, play things nice and safe and steady. Why you gotta risk dumb stuff, huh? You freaking idiot. Eh? Anyways, regarding streaming. Regarding, like, streaming hours and stuff. Okay, I will say one thing about, in terms of that. I fully expected myself. Oh, hell, I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Okay. I fully expected myself to be, you know, kind of full-time streaming by now. Oh my gosh, dude. This feels not correct, but I don't know what else to do. And experimenting is too scary. So here, this is where we're at right now. Okay, well, I just realized that there's a bunch of stuff in the air, and now I feel very dumb now, don't I? Yeah. Okay, you guys can tell that I am a pro platformer. Really? I don't know how this climbing, like, mechanic works. Okay, I keep overcompensating. I just need to trust that I got the jumps. Like, you know, like that. I should have trusted more. Except, you know, I just let go of my thing. Okay. Okay. And we are good. I'm a genius. Where to go from here, though? That is a very easily answered question because I just go here, and then I assume I do. It's not sprint. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking it. I need to stop doing this to myself. I'm actually gonna like die. Don't ask. I just realized that this is a trolley, and apparently I can follow the trolley. I assume this trolley is going to fall. Like, it's gonna reach a point where it's just gonna fall down to the ground. And there's nothing I can do about that. So I just have to pay attention to where I'm going, right? Okay. I thought it was gonna head left, that's why I jumped. I see. I see. No. You know, it's okay. We weren't that far. You know that, like, mistakes at the beginning like that, they mean nothing. They mean nothing. Especially to can I what do you mean choose the right path? You're blocking my way, and now I keep climbing the stupid bush. Okay, where the heck is this elevator? Am I even at... No, I'm not even circling the right building because I'm being dumb. Gosh dang it. Where the heck is my elevator? There it is. Bring me up, elevator. Bring me up faster, elevator. I think it did speed up, but I think that was just like a gradual thing. But I like to believe that it was me telling the elevator to speed up that made it speed up, so that's what I'm sticking with. Good luck to Melon, by the way. She's the one that has to make video footage out of nothing. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Where do I go from here, I wonder? That is a good question. Oh boy. And then we just keep on climbing. Is this faster? Oh, genius. Maybe I'm being too safe. Maybe I can afford to just, like, book it. Maybe. Or that could just end up being the stupidest move that one could possibly think of in this scenario. Like that. Like what I just did just now. That was a potentially one of the dumber moves that I could have making. But things work out, and as a result, I feel feels slightly more emboldened to make as dumb plays, and I don't like that. Why did the game why did the game not punish me for doing that? Or maybe the game, that's exactly what the game's setting me up for. I'm scared. I keep forgetting that this is a toggle, so I don't actually have to hold down the button to keep walking. I just have to push it and then we're okay. Anyways, back about streaming because I keep rudely interrupting myself. Yeah, no. I can't figure out a proper like timing. Um, I'm not okay. I'm not mm, I'm trying to like find a way for me to oh. Okay, I could have been way worse than it was. I'm trying to figure out a way to explain this in a way that doesn't feel awkward, but I think I just made it more awkward by trying to explain that I'm trying to talk about something and not make it awkward. So, hmm. Anyways, I have like a bunch of relatives and stuff over right now, and they're gonna be around for like, give or take like a week. And because of that, oh my gosh, I almost just, please, please stay on the thing. Please stay on the thing. It's hard to tell like timings of when I am free. Unfortunately, right now, the current time is like when I am the most free because everyone's, sleeping. But during the day, I had to basically constantly be, talking with my relatives and sticking around and making myself available. Ideally, I could have started doing continuous streams around the same time that I have been streaming, or maybe a little bit earlier, a little bit later. But unfortunately, as you guys could tell, that's not the case. So here we are. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting not to do that. I need to like find the right camera angle so that I can just push to the W key and be okay. Okay, we have to be careful with this trolley. Actually, I think I know the play for the trolley. I think the reason, so I didn't want to actually get on it and activate it, but the reason why I did is because I didn't want it to like knock me off. Okay, so this is probably a little bit better. We should be okay with this. And even though these tracks are relatively wide, I don't trust myself to just yeet myself off the side of this railing. So yeah. Oh yeah, actually there's one thing I would like to say. So from here on out, Mel and I are planning on just keeping all of the streams like up ready and available permanently. Because Twitch usually, or the way it's set up on Twitch right now is that streams will only last for like 2 weeks or so. I think there is a way to keep the streams up like all the time. Like all the time, I mean, on Twitch. But for some reason, I don't really know how to do that. Maybe I had to like hit like a certain threshold or something. I don't know. Because let's be real, my following isn't huge on Twitch. Actually, anywhere. I don't know why I said it specifically for Twitch. But maybe there's like some milestone I have to unlock before I can start doing stuff like that. But unfortunately, as of right now, I can't. So we're gonna start permanently uploading my streams into a YouTube channel. I'll be like showing that off later on, after we finish kind of figuring everything out. And also Mel wants to have like content on the channel, like something before we just unveil it to the public. Unveil it to the public, heck W, as if there's gonna be anything there anyways. So that's kind of where we're at right now in terms of the YouTube stuff. The main focus is probably oh please the main focus is probably going to be like shorts and stuff, just because she said it's easier to work with small snippets rather than trying to watch my whole streams and then trying to like edit it into like a 10-minute video or something. Um, yeah. She said specifically for if I started playing this game on stream, she said that I could what we could do is wait until I actually beat the game and then she could make like a video detailing like putting all the footage together and detail like, you know, this guy's kind of rude. I don't know what he's saying because it's really soft, but I'm not all I heard was go back to the something and I don't know what he said. So good for him. I don't know why I decided to test myself like that. Why did I do that? That's a good question. Okay, where to go from here, I wonder. Oh, there's a wall there. You're kidding me. There's a wall there. Of course there is. Oh, I'm supposed to follow the train. I see. Did he just say you won't make it, you are weak? Oh, that's funny. That's actually pretty funny. I am pretty weak, not gonna lie. Oh my god. Oh my god, please. Why did I just do that? Oh my god. I need to stop running. But like I'm so slow if I'm not running. What am I climbing? Hello? I don't even know what I just climbed. I guess I think I kind of get the premise of this game, other than the fact that it's the same genre as like Jump King and the same genre of games like Jump King and Getting Over It. But those, I mean, the different games like work differently. And from what I've seen thus far, Only Up is like relatively easy with platforming and stuff. But with that said, it's also very punishing if you screw up a platforming section because well, there's a long way to fall. There's a long way to go if you screw up, and I assume this goes pretty far up, a lot further than I can see at the very least. So, yeah. Also, is there supposed to be some like metaphysical like or like philosophical commentary that's going on? I'm just climbing like rails or like first piping and now like trains and rails and stuff. Are we like moving up the technological level of the world? Oh gosh, please, I don't like that. I noticed that you don't have a lot of control while you're in the air. So there's no like air strafing or like, you can't move while midair. Once you've like committed, you can't do a lot to like edit anything from there. That was a weird fall. I was like falling inside the tube. Let's make my way up there, I guess. I could go over there. Is there like there's a rail there?
My father worked here as a driller, and he always smelled of fuel oil. I was afraid of him and hoped that one day he wouldn't come back from work. He drank a lot and often beat my mother and me.
Sorry. I'm not a therapist. I can't help you.
I'm still scared of him.
Please, please stop telling me about this. I cannot help you. I'm just a freaking. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh my gosh, dude. These barrels. Oh my gosh. How did I know? Oh my gosh. This climb, dude, the climbing mechanic broken. I don't know what else to say. Okay. I don't like it whenever his legs start jittering because it means that like he's not walking on solid ground and it's very easy for him to just yeet himself off. I don't like that. Can I just like run across here? Guys, I made a mistake. Guys, I've made a grave error. I've made a grave error, guys. Oh my God. You know what? The fall could have been a lot worse. Why do I that was literally self-inflicted. I did not have to do that. I got past the scary barrel part, even though I was literally just like yeeting myself and praying that the climbing mechanic would save me. No comments. Oh yeah. You know, actually, so a funny thing, when I was talking with Mel, we talked about imaging when it comes to streaming. She was like, "All right, so what the heck should I portray you as? Like, do I sometimes you scream? Do I want to just maximize on that?" And I was like, "I mean, that doesn't happen often. You can put it occasionally. That shouldn't be like the main focus of me." She's like, "Okay, sure." Oh my gosh. Uh, then like, how are we gonna do this? And she said, I was like, like, what do we, you know me, like, chill, like, we're chilling, that kind of vibe. And she's like, all right. Ever thought about making your radio voice your normal voice? I was like, what do you mean by that? She's like, well, you have that one redeem where you soften and like smoothen out your voice a bit. And I was like, yeah, I am aware. She's like, yeah, why don't you just like make that normalize that and just speak like that all the time? Because I know you can. And I was like, no, no, that doesn't feel at all authentic. Like, yeah, sure, I'm sure a lot of YouTubers use like fake voices and stuff. Okay, I'm curious what's over here. So let's go this way. I'm sure that there are a few VTubers out there that just like completely use fake voices and stuff to like create their content with. Oh, there's a bed here. Where could I go with the bed? Um, where could I go with this bed? Over there, maybe? I need to see like how high this bed can send me. This high, approximately. Oh, there's another bed. Oh, I see. So there's like a shortcut here, but it's gonna be really hard to pull off because of the air movements. Okay. Where's the next bed? Somewhere over there. Okay. Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Oh no. Okay, I'm climbing. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Hmm. I made a mistake. Um, hmm. Interesting. I made a grave error, as you guys can tell, but it's okay. Gosh dang it, man. I can already tell this is gonna be a really boring game. I'm gonna have the exact same thoughts as I did with Jump King, in that these games are very boring. It's just like, you know, same repetitive movements over and over and over again until like you can do something like perfectly. And well, okay, where's the first bed? There it is. Um, Okay, you guys don't seem to understand the problem here. The game just swapped my controls. By that I mean when I hold down the slow motion key, now this is my normal movement. So this is me norm with like not touching anything. And this is, you can hear the sound. What is going on? Question, if I were to exit to menu, will it save? Well, I guess this is a pretty good opportunity to figure that out. Please don't start me at the beginning. Please don't start me at the beginning. There's no way they start me at the beginning, right? They just spawn me right where I was, right? That's how this game works. You're kidding me.
Oh, don't look up.
Wait, so are you telling me you have to beat this game
We'll make it.
in one go? Is that like part of the difficulty of this game? You have to beat this game in one go?
Mine is frightening.
Bro, you're kidding me. Okay, so that means I'm not finishing this game in one day. And by that, I mean I absolutely will, because I am just so good at games. Am I right, guys? Am I right, guys? Can someone please give me some verbal affirmation? I'm feeling very sensitive right now and lonely. You know, it's kind of very interesting to be streaming like this. And by that I mean like to nobody. Because for some reason people like watching me. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding about the for some reason portion. And so I usually do have like one or two people in chat talking to me.
Voice when you don't know
So it's very interesting to, you know, not have people in my chat because this just reminds me of when I first started streaming. Not to say it's nice or anything, like, oh, I prefer it when nobody's here, because that's not true. No sane streamer would like ever think like that. But I don't know. I feel like I'm going back to my roots, so I have to start all the way from the beginning again. Eh. Eh. I hate that like I had to like experiment with something on my other run and that my controls swapped. Does that happen normally or did I just get unlucky? I assume that doesn't happen normally and I was just trying to abuse the slow motion by like spamming it. I assume that's not how you're supposed to use the slow motion. Okay, let's stop doing this. Let's just walk. I don't know why I'm trying to jitter my way across the pipes when there's a very clearly safer and probably faster option with just walking. I'm sure I know that there's already a speedrunning community for this game. I'm sure that there's people who just sprint up these pipes. And it's like, okay, good for them. I'm just a casual player, man. If I were to try
though there has always
and
been knowledge.
learn this game
Would everyone
as a
follow
speedrun,
responsibility
then I'll figure it out from there.
maybe this is a chance for me.
But that's not where we're at right now, ladies and gentlemen. Instead, we are trying to figure out everything else. What? Okay, I thought I climbed up and I almost just yeeted myself off. Thank you, game. You're too kind. Okay, I'm kind of like figuring out the climbing mechanic a little bit and how to abuse it. Kind of. This game is still going to be a big freaking pain to beat. I assume this game is going to take a lot of time and effort. Okay, I need to position my camera so I can just W key. I should be fine, but I'm not going to sprint in case I still somehow like manage to yeet myself off.
Go with friends. If you want to go far, go with
Okay, there you go. Can I make this jump? You know, maybe I should have figured that out beforehand. Surely I can make, yeah, I know. Easy jump, actually. I should be able to just sprint, right? There's no way I'm so bad at platforming that I can't, like, sprint on this railing. I almost just went the wrong way. I mean, I did actually go the wrong way. I just realized it relatively earlier than I could have, potentially. Happy Monday.
You have a great view of the favelas. This is where everyone lives in poverty.
Shut up.
Just how
I wasn't panicking. You're panicking.
this is where my whole life and the lives of my goddamn parents have been.
You know, I probably should be paying attention to the voice in the background, but I'm not. I have not been, like, at all. Mostly because I can barely hear it. You know what? Maybe I should just increase the volume. Give me a sec. Let's go like there. That should be a little bit better. Oh yeah. Beautiful. And it's so silent too. I bet most people when they play this game, they play music in the background. No. Bless me, thank me. There you go. But that's not what we're gonna do here. I probably should be playing something in the background, huh? Who would watch a psychopath anime VTuber in complete silence while I ramble about absolutely nothing and everything and nothing? You know, when Mel and I were talking about shorts, one of the things that we were talking about doing were like recreating conversations I've had on stream, but like do it in a short format. So instead of like talking to chat, I would just like talk about something or a story or something. Like, you know, to the camera, record it, and then she just edits it and posts it from there. And we're talking, and when she mentioned it, I was like, okay, but like, what is a conversation or topic or something that I've talked about in the past that is worth like redoing and then recording? And the first thing she said was yaoi. Like, oh, I don't even know what to say at this point. Padellas? Is that what he said? Go back to the Padellas? I don't even know what that is. Should I know what that is? I'm gonna get canceled. Oh God. It's probably something that like I'm supposed to know, but I don't know. And I'm about to get canceled. Oh boy. Oh. If I like slid off like that, I would have been very sad, not gonna lie. But it's okay. I'm sad normally anyway.
To get to the new one, you first have to make a jump and get off the ground.
Oh yeah, you know, speaking of getting over it, I also bought that game too. I don't know why I decided. You have no idea how weird it was when I saw it was like the Steam Summer Sale, right? And I was like, "Oh, this is the perfect opportunity to get games to play on stream." Normally, I would just be like, "Oh, I've been playing Kingdom Hearts. I should play that out." The reason why I'm not going to, so I'm not, and I'm not planning on finishing my stream of 358, or that's the 358 days, wrong game. I meant to Rechain of Memories, is that, well, the previous, if I'm gonna keep streaming, we want to keep all of our VODs in one place. And if I were to keep like playing Rechain of Memories, we're gonna be missing the first like stream VOD because we don't have that anywhere because that's gone now. And so we were like, okay, let's just like we either start from scratch again, which I don't want to do, or we just like stop playing it and move on.
And we always smell the fuel oil.
Or I guess we could just keep playing it and just not have the first stream.
He drank a lot and often beat my mother and me, but that's in the past.
I should probably just stop jittering and just walk like a normal human being.
Oh no, I'm still scared of him.
Oh my gosh. For a second I thought I was gonna bounce off there and then fall, and I would have been very sad. Understandable, but still very sad. There's a bed here, right? Okay, let's make our way downtown. Okay. We're gonna play things. Save. Where? Okay. We're just gonna W key it. Oh, whoops. I'm a genius. I'm a freaking genius. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, please don't back up off like this that ever again, Sai. Don't do it. Okay? Just be like, just jump. Oh my gosh, that is a very small platform. I don't like how small that platform is. And I almost fell again. Okay, we're on the next section, wherever this is. You know, what if I do beat this game today? That'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? And then I could just be like, haha, look at all those, like, really top, like, really solid streamers out there. And then look at little old me outplaying all of them. And then I can, like, clickbait that, because I can actually do that now. And just be like, OMG, small indie VTuber streamer, better than, I don't know, like, other people who have played this game? I don't know. Who plays this game? Who has played this game? I assume like almost all the streamers have. The fact that I've heard of this game is telling, honestly. Oh my gosh, I'm actually in disbelief that I managed to cling onto that ledge. Okay, where to go from here? It looks like this way. I guess. Oh, there's a bed. I feel like I'm playing Fall Guys again, because these beds are going to be the death of me. I can feel it. Cool.
Kindergarten, school, army, institute,
Sorry.
factory.
I have a game to beat.
Hello, kinfolk.
Ah. I was like, where the heck do I go from here? And then I saw the platform. Ah, okay. Balls like those are really scary. Even though like they're fairly simple, I'm still terrified, dude. Does it not look at all slightly terrifying? When you're just falling, free falling in the air, hoping that you hit the place that you want to hit. We're at a subway now. Am I supposed to enter the subway? Is this where I'm supposed to go? What's going on here? Why did that vaguely sound like a Minecraft ambient noise? The ding. Run, 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 run. Oh boy, is there an exit off this bus? Yes, there is. There are balloons up there. There is a lot going on right here. Wait, oh, there's two different routes, I think. I could go up the building over yonder by setting myself up there and then, I don't know, taking the road home. Or I could go this way. This way looks scarier though, so let's take the road home. Okay. Moving on. I seem to be I swear one of these days I'm gonna get soft lock myself like that, and I'm gonna be very sad. Is there no way up from here? There should be, right? Oh, I see. I see. There's a door. Oh, there's a bed. Yo, these beds are broken. I'm telling you. There's a lot of things in this game that I've seen thus far that are pretty,
It's a strange feeling. I've never been this far away from home.
am I supposed to jump down there? Oh. Oh. Oh, okay, it just flung me off. Okay. I see how it is, sir. I didn't like your face. I don't know. How do people insult each other without like swearing? Because I clearly cannot do that. I think that your your left arm is slightly longer than your right. Ooh. Are there like stairs? There are stairs. I was like, well, I'm in a building. Surely there are stairs in a building. And there are indeed stairs in a building. Okay, I guess not all buildings have stairs, but I mean like a building like this. Mannequin. Test dummy mannequin. Huh. Okay. Easy, easy. Not even worried. Where do I go from here? Oh gosh, please. Ah, please. Wait, where do I go from here though? No, it's got a high vantage point. Okay, I made my way up here. Is there an elevator in there? I'm thinking maybe there's like an elevator in that building over there that lets me go up to there and that I can like cut across maybe. I guess. I don't know. Honestly. What do I do from here? Um. Hmm. Hmm. I have to try something while I'm here though, right? Maybe I fall in this building over here. Or I mean build it by building I mean this like platform. Oh no, I was here. And sad. Well, I guess we have to go the other way because I don't know how to figure out that way. The scary dart way with the balloons and stuff. Oh my gosh, I thought I slipped off. You dumb, I mean, very nice game. Please don't hurt me. Don't yeet me off the buildings and cars and stuff. Do do do. Wow. Okay. Let me just keep running. We did not jump the fence, unfortunately. Do 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 do. And then we crouch. And then we run, and then there's an opening on the right side that we need to take in order to enter the big tube. And then we enter the big tube, and then we come out of the big tube, and then there's like this thingy over here. I could potentially go through the tube, but that's definitely not what the game wants me to do. So I'm just gonna go in the tube and softly jog, and then oh my gosh, I almost fell off like an idiot because that's what I am sometimes, but not all the time. There's a drone. Why is there a drone? Will it fly and take me to a place beyond? Oh, it is. Wait, why didn't I just do this in the first place? I didn't like where it was taking me. I didn't like that it was going down. So, maybe I should have just followed it all the way, though. I mean, the only way to learn stuff is by screwing up. Right? So maybe I should have taken the drone all the way through. I don't like that thinking, but I might have to. I did lose, like, progress again, though, so guess we're just going to have to go through the solo. Okay, I can jump the fence in one go! Gosh dang it. Surely there's, like, a height that lets you know that you can, or that there's, like, a perfect jump point where you can 100% clear that frickin' fence. Surely. I don't know. I like to believe that there is one. Because it'd be cool for no real reason. Well, guys, it's been an honor. It's been an honor. Saved, kind of. I mean, it was a big fall, but it wasn't as big of a fall as it could have been. Because I don't really want to go through, like, the pipes and stuff all over again. So honestly, I'm kind of down for this. Especially since a lot of the distance I lost has to do with the bed setup. That's, like, to the right of here, like, on that island over there. So I'm glad, honestly. I feel like, though, right now I'm getting beaten up by the fact that I don't know where to go. Maybe that's, like, the hardest part of this game, is to figure out where the hell I'm supposed to go in the first place. I don't know. Okay, let me turn that off and we keep running. Whee. Okay, surely I don't screw this up. Only an amateur would screw this up, right? Surely. Oh, I'm not making that. I'm not making that either. And now I'm just kind of sad to do all this over. Okay, I should be using the slow motion more often, let's be honest. If I were to use a slow motion more often, I probably could consistently do the beds. But I feel like it's just cooler if I didn't, you know? Because the slow motion's obviously for, like, chumps like me. And not to say that people who play this game with slow motion are chumps. It's mostly just calling myself a chump. Honestly, this all just, like, goes down to the fact that I have low self-esteem. I need help, please. Maybe I need a sponsorship from BetterHelp. I'm kidding. Not that I would complain, you know, details. What just happened to me? Bleh. Oh, look, it's a mean elephant. I mean, I guess the elephant can afford to be kind of mean to me because I was I did a big stupid. So you know what, Mr. Elephant? I appreciate you. Even if you don't appreciate me, I appreciate you. Because you make sure that my ego never flies too far to the sun, you know? Hello? Okay. The collision hitboxes in this game are very, very interesting. Like, very interesting. But it's okay, because I am just so good at this video game, am I right? Or am I right? Boop. Boop, boop, doop, 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 boop. Doop, 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 boop. Wow, look at these perfectly timed jumps to avoid the miniature holes and that you probably can't even fall through. But it's like to save time because we're obviously speedrunning this game. Let's go. And now we're gonna very smoothly go up this thing, and then we're gonna very smooth. Oh, and then we're gonna without panicking, go back up this train, and then go up over here, and then keep running up the train, and we're sorry. Dude, I'm so freaking stupid. Ah, okay. Ah, okay. Ah. Bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop, bunny hop. Is bunny hopping a thing in this game? It'd be funny if it was, honestly. It would be funny if it was. But unfortunately... Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if there is something with bunny hopping. I noticed that there's momentum in this game, like when the drone, like... When I jumped off the drone and it, like, literally, like, flung me off in a direction I didn't mean to go. So I wouldn't be surprised if there is some form of momentum, and I wonder if you could cancel said momentum with bunny hopping. Because that's what you can do in, like, Apex. Uh-huh. And then we just W... Oh. And then we just W key. Okay. This was not necessarily the point that I wanted to land on, but it ended up turning out fine. But what was that sound that I just made from my mouth? I don't even know. I'm gonna be honest with you. Huh. Well, this is a slight predicament. Well, this... Oh, can I crouch? Okay. Oh, maybe I'm not supposed to fall off there. I'm supposed to jump over here and then jump on top of this. Yeah, okay. Okay. Problem solved. We're problem solving. We're adapting. We improve every single time we go up. We never fall down in the same place twice. Insert moment where I definitely fell in the same place. Actually, to be fair, this game isn't about like frequent falling, like Jump King. This game's more like every single time you fall, you lose like half your progress. Again, I keep forgetting that I have the stupid slow walk. Even it's not stupid. I don't know why I keep calling it that, but it's fine. Oh, I don't know why I'm going that way because I'm going to the beds. Okay. 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 There we go. Okay, perfect. Oh, okay. Oh my god. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You cling on to the exact spot I wanted you to cling on to. Oh my gosh. I've never been more thankful for a mechanic that wasn't this cling, like, ever. I don't think there's ever a mechanic that I've been more grateful for in my entire, like, X amount of time that I've been playing games. Okay, we're fine. You know, I can tell by playing through this game and understanding, you know, the controls a little bit and understanding how this game works. There's a nice level. I feel like there's gonna be a nice level for sure in this game. You know, because I feel like the current control set is gonna be even worse when everything slipping and sliding. I was not worried that I was gonna fall further than that. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm surprised it didn't cling there, but to be fair, I don't know how like generous the cling is in the first place. So yeah. I don't know why my jump doesn't register, but I'm glad that I clung anyways. Where do I go from here again? Oh, right. There's something over there, isn't there? There's like something. Is it worth exploring? Probably, maybe. I don't know about probably, but maybe. But not gonna lie, I'm too scared. I'm too much of a wuss. Bed, 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 bed. Wee. Honestly, that bed doesn't save a lot, but I mean, if I see a bed, I have to take it, right? That's just how this game works. That's how life works. If you see a bed, you have to lie on it. That's why Pokemon Sun and Moon were the way they were. You just lie in people. Was it Sun and Moon where you just lied? Where you have you can literally just walk into people's houses and lie in their bed and smell it, and then your character would give a very specifically like commentated like, or a very specific commentary on what the bed smelled like. And it was especially creepy when you go into your rival's room and lied on their bed because it's like it really smells like, I forgot her name, Bianca. I think it was Bianca. It really does smell like Oh, it wasn't. Wait, Bianca's not your rival, and that's Black and White. Yeah, Black and White was Sharon and Bianca. Who was the bro? Oh, was it? It was. I know what he looks like. I don't remember his name though. What was his name? I don't remember his name. Okay. Do we take the drone all the way, or do we try and like go elsewhere, or like try and jump somewhere else from the drone? Oh, what have I done? Oh, what have I done? Okay. Okay, we have slow motion. Cling, we're not gonna make it. We're screwed. Yeah, no, there's nothing I can do. No. No, I'm not making it. The music's gonna play. What's this music? Do I have to listen to this every single time I fall? I don't like it.
Sometimes it's hard to choose the right path, but don't be afraid.
Yeah. Right path, blah, blah, blah. I fell. I made a mistake. I'm dumb. I get it. Mel, okay, you know what? I need to stop doing that. You know, one thing Mel I kept up to Mel was talking to me about while streaming was you gotta stop making fun of yourself in like a non-joking way. And I was like, I always joke when I make fun of myself. She's like, yeah, but like you don't always sound like it. So yeah. Like then I guess. She's like, yeah, sometimes you just say like, wow, I'm so dumb and I'm so stupid. And I'm like, she's like, yeah, I don't know how well that'll end up going in terms of like the video editing and stuff. And I was like, I don't know, just like cut it out or something. She's like, yeah, but no. Like, yes, but no. And I was like, okay. So learn to take the compliments that people give you, accept it, and move on. She's my counselor and therapist, by the way. As I am to her. Do. Eh. Eh. You know, it'd be really funny if this entire time I wasn't even streaming. Like my stream isn't even on Twitch or anything, and I just like think it's working, but in reality, like I'm in like a mental asylum, or I'm like dreaming or something, and nothing's happening. And I'm gonna wake up X amount of time later about this, and be like, oh yeah. I don't know how I was gonna end that, but I mean, there you go. I knew exactly how I was gonna end that, but I decided not to because I literally just talked about not self-deprecating myself, and that definitely would have done that. Like it's fine for me to self-deprecate myself if it's in like like if I fall down and then I'm like, oh my God, I'm a freaking melon, you know? Anyways. It's actually really funny because there's like in the Valorant community, there's like a thing. There's a commentary that goes by the name of Sideshow, and he makes like YouTube videos, and some of the content he makes is he follows a Valorant team. And let's just say the Valorant team isn't very good. Like they're not great. But he like follows them and then like talks about like the things they could do better, cheering them on in order for them to win, but they make some very questionable plays. Remember, they made this like really, really dumb play that ended up losing them the entire game, and he called them melons, and the Mel got very offended. And I was like, you probably do the same thing. And she was like, well, I don't play Valorant anyways, so I might even do worse. I was like, you know what, that's fair. You know, there's actually a very interesting point or like an idea of how media has changed people's perspectives on stuff. Like how people are like, oh, I know so much about cooking. I watch like all the cooking shows, and like when they like you know when they watch like any of like these like Top Chef or anything, they start like critiquing chefs like on everything, even though they themselves don't even know how to like make an omelet, you know? They're like, oh my God, like look at that plating, look at that presentation. They're burning the food. Oh my God, I could do better. It's like, no, you can't. I mean, maybe you could if you were actually good at cooking and stuff, but the vast majority of people probably can't cook to like a professional level. Same with sports. Actually, I think sports is terrifying. Particularly the Olympics. I love when I talk to my friends, or not friends, but I love when I talk with people about the Olympics and people are like, yeah, like we love supporting our country and all that. I'm like, I don't know if I would call that supporting the country. It feels more like supporting would be like, oh yeah, like do your best, but win or lose, it doesn't matter. As long as you did your best and, you know, oh, I just went the wrong way. As long as you did your best and, like, had fun, like, got the best result you could, like, it's all good. That's supporting. What people are doing for, like, sports and Olympics are like, if you don't win, I'm gonna, like, disown you and, like, not care and, like, curse you out while talking with my friends. I'm thirsty. It's not it's definitely not in the way of support. Where was I going with this? I think me drinking water just reset my brain and now I have absolutely no idea what I was talking about. I'm definitely gonna have to rewatch this VOD, which I'm not gonna do because that's not my job anymore. uh what was I going with that? Top Chef. Oh yeah, how like people portray look at like use the media to act like they're a lot better at something than they actually are because, you know, you feel like you've gained a lot more knowledge from it. Actually, there's a book. Um, you guys know Rick Riordan? He's an author. Made like the Percy Jackson series, and that was really, really pop. Like when it came out, it was like all the middle schoolers, high schoolers, like they loved it. Even the elementary schoolers. I actually love the books that he made. In the Kane Chronicles, the series about the Egyptian gods and stuff that he made, in the Kane Chronicles, the main character, I don't even remember his name, not gonna lie. Main character or the male main character, because the story is about siblings, a boy and a girl. I think the girl's name was Sadie. I don't remember what the guy's name was. Was it Carter? I don't remember. It was something. The dude was like super knowledgeable about basketball. Like he knew like all the stats and like like all like the different like general knowledge of it, but he has absolutely no idea how to play basketball. He just has like a lot of knowledge about it. That's how I feel about people with media. People have a lot of knowledge about, or they like you can read. Oh, I'm about to eat myself up. You can read about a lot of stuff out there and become like very good at something, but or like not even, or that's not what I meant. You can like become very knowledgeable about something, but you won't be like experienced in it or like good as good, and yet you're still critiquing people who are way better than you are in practice. There's like a there's a there's like a I was to say a study. It's not really oh my gosh, okay, I almost trolled that again. There's like a thing. I think it was a thought experiment. That's the right term for it. There's a thought experiment, and it was about the thought experiment is say there is a person who lives their entire life in a black and like black and white like color gradient. Like they can only see things in shades of white and black. Like the room they're only allowed to like stay in one single like one or two rooms, like basically a building where that's where they live. Everything they eat is in black and gray and white. Their entire like surroundings is colored in this like same gradient, and like they have a computer, yeah, so but like everything on the computer is dialed. Oh, I'm not making it. Oh, I'm not making that. Well, that was a pretty big fall. I messed up that bed pretty badly, all things said. Okay, whatever. I don't think there's a world where I could get back up from that rock. So I'm just gonna try and land. There you go. Okay, onwards. I'm not finishing this game, I can already tell. Yeah, so this person, black, gray, everything's black, white, and gray, everything that they see, but they study a lot about color, right? In general, they study a lot about color. Like, so they know how color works. Like, this is the right way. Wait, I'm going backwards, I think. Yeah, I'm going backwards. Whoops. They know everything about how color works, like how color like enters the retinas and the iris and how it interacts and like how it's a very small spectrum of light. Like they have a lot of knowledge about color, right? Something about this is strange. I don't know what is so strange. Maybe I was going the right way. I'm in a really weird spot, not gonna lie. But like one day, all of a sudden, this person who's never known, like never seen any colors before outside of like, white, black, and gray, but knows a lot about it. All of a sudden, their computer bugs out, and then the entire screen of their computer turns red. So this person has spent like 18, 20 years spent in this room studying about color, not having ever seen any color outside of like shades of gray. And all of a sudden, this person can see, like, for the first time, the color red. And the thought experiment was, would this person, like, learn anything new from seeing the color? Because theoretically, they should know about it, so there shouldn't be any other response other than just like, oh, that's red. Rather there should be some like emotional or like physical response to being able to see the color red for the first time. There's something about like some experiences that you just have to experience. And some people act like they know everything when in reality they know not nearly as much as they think. And I'm saying this like I'm bashing on the whole idea in the first place. I'm not. The media is great. Don't get me wrong. The internet is great. There's so much knowledge out there. Everybody can like communicate each other very easily, and like there's a lot of knowledge that you can find. There's like chat stuff like Chat GPT, where like, you know, a lot of things makes things a lot easier. But it's scary, man. Normalizing stuff is scary. Go back to the Padellas. Your friends are there. You're not gonna make it. And while you may be right, Mr. Elephant, I'm still gonna try. Cause that's I mean, what else am I gonna do otherwise? I have to keep an eye on the timer here. I would like to say I do apologize profusely for this timing for the stream though. Again, like I said I was gonna stream on Monday. I am streaming on Monday, but it's kind of like cheating. So, yeah. And like this is probably like the worst time for me to stream anyways because well, everyone literally everyone's asleep at this time, especially on a Monday. Man. It's gonna be great. Nobody's gonna show up for the stream. Maybe like one or two people watch the VOD, and then it's just gonna be like, oh, welcome to my second stream of Only Up, and people are just gonna be like, what? You stream this game? Where did that come from? Yes, I am a small indie VTuber with absolutely no community whatsoever. I wasn't even thinking when I pushed a spacebar there. For all I know, there's just nothing but air there. Oh, I'm dead. And on we go. Maybe I should be playing this more carefully and stop trying to just sprint everywhere, but like... And I know this is like the 4th time I'm telling myself this. But I don't care. Boop. Yeah, I guess the main issue for me right now is trying to figure out where to go after I reach a certain point. Like, once I like start seeing the balloons, like where do I actually go from there, I wonder? Does the game want me to climb the windmill? Is that what's going on? I don't know. Maybe next time I'll just follow the drone all the way to the end. It might just like freaking drop me off in the middle of nowhere. But I mean, I have no other leads, so... And it's not like I'm so emotionally attached to this game where I'll start raging if that were to happen. So I think we're okay. Do 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 wah. Do 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 wah. Do 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 wah. Wah. Eh. 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 There's like a part of me that wanted to start moaning, but then I remembered that I'm not supposed to do that, so even though I'm not family friendly, I still gotta restrain myself to a certain degree. I say that like I'm restraining myself all the time, but that's not true. Usually when something shows up in my head, I just say it. Okay, I screwed this up last time. I just had to orientate myself on that 3rd bed and we'll be fine. Duke. Boop. Boop. I have to climb, I think. Yeah. Okay, this should be fine. Perfect. Holy. We're fine. We're actually fine. Holy. I'm a freaking genius, baby. Eh. I'm surprisingly like getting that down to like the dot, like getting a very consistent with that jump. Okay. And to the factory. I assume this is a factory. I was about to say that jump might have been really too early, but ended up working out, so we're okay. I mean, and by that I mean I knew that was gonna work out because I'm a freaking genius. Okay. Let's actually jump this time. There you go. I feel a lot better with jumping, even though technically it looks like I can do that by not jumping. Okay. There's a bed here that I can use. I have no reason to use it, but it's fun. Oh my gosh, please, game. Stop scaring me like this. Easy game. Okay, and we keep going. You know, sometimes I think to myself, maybe I'm just not suited for streaming. And honestly, I'm probably not. I didn't even jump for that. I'm surprised I clung on to that. I think I'm too chill and relaxed and not hype enough to really take off. But at the same time, it's a niche. Not everybody wants stuff that's not stuff that are like energetic and high octane. There's no way. I cleared that fence. I know I did. I know I did. Okay, so the promise from here on out in the stream is on my next big fall, I'm gonna end. Because now that I know that I have to beat this game in one sitting, things just got a lot more awkward. Because it means that I can't, I wasn't planning on streaming for too long anyways. Okay, we're gonna take the drone all the way to the end. I have absolutely no idea where it's gonna take me. Hopefully, not to hell. Okay. All right, drone. Oh, by the way, if my big fall is from this drone, we're not gonna count it. Dude, I'm supposed to land on that air balloon. Did it just like bring me back? Interesting. I mean, it's not that big of a setback, I guess. So it's not like the biggest of deals. But that still doesn't feel good. Okay, I think I'm supposed to land on that air balloon or something. Or I'm supposed to jump off the drone and land on the air balloon. But I need to figure out how to jump off the drone in the first place. Because the way momentum works, at least the way... Oh, shoot. Okay. The way that I've seen it, as soon as I push that spacebar, it's going to fling me forward. So it's going to be really hard to try and orientate myself in such a way that I land on that, huh? I guess I'm just going to have to figure that out as we go here. Okay. Maybe I should watch a speedrun of this game just so I know where to go. But at the same time, I definitely know speedrunners are gonna have like a bunch of bed skips or something that like go to ridiculous places that I never even thought of going to. Or like just getting ridiculous skips using the physics engine of the game. Something along those lines. Why didn't jump? That's not a big enough fall, I don't think. I think we're fine to keep trying. Besides, it was literally just a little bit ago when I said that anyways, so. Man. That's still annoying, though. It's still really annoying that I fell there because my jump didn't go. I probably just jumped too late, honestly. I'm so sad. And then we move on. I don't even know if this kind of game suits me. Let's be honest. Actually, to a weird degree, I think streaming games like this works out very well because now I have something to talk about and at the same time have something to do in the background. It's like my Minecraft streams, except you also get to watch me fall and suffer. So honestly, the best kind of streaming game, if I'm being real with you. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Perfect. Things are working out thus far. Back to the factory. Okay. I didn't jump. My jump didn't go off. I didn't land on the railing. I'm gonna land on the train though. And we keep going. Maybe I should. Maybe slow and steady does win the race in this case. I need to start jumping, dude. My jumps just aren't going off because I keep trying to like do them as late as possible when that's definitely not the optimal thing to do here. I need to stop climbing. Is so darn slow, man. Oh my gosh, what happened to his leg there? What just happened? He just snapped his leg, dude. Or he got hit by like that one spell that Harry got hit by that turned his arm into a noodle. And so this time it's like in both of them. Woo. Do 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 woo. Do 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 woo. 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 Okay. All of a sudden I'm like, what? You know, it's fine. Surely I don't fall here, surely. Surely I don't fall. I'm good enough at this game to not fall. On a stupid wire. Okay. Nice. This is working out like perfectly. That's probably like the biggest skip that I've done thus far, except it seems to be intentional because why do I keep not pushing the jump button? No. Wow, I actually didn't land on anything there. That's unfortunate. Doko. Huh. This is the first time I'm actually climbing the building. Oh, there's a bed. Oh, whoa, what is this? That bed does not go nearly as high as I wanted it to. Okay, where's the elevator? Oh, I just clipped through the floor. Where's the elevator? The elevator makes things so much easier. What am I climbing up? I have so many questions. It's not over here. Maybe it's this way. It's not there. Maybe it's around this side. You know, technically I could just end stream here. I could just end stream here, you know. That was the big fall. Okay, how about we do this? Next time I fall at all, unless it's like literally like 2 steps or something, we'll end. As I said, I was planning on getting this timed as a time stream, get myself acquainted with this godforsaken game, and also to, you know, stream. I said I was going to stream on Monday. Stuff happened. I wasn't even sure if I was able to, but here we are. I'm so sorry, dudes and dudettes. Actually, you know what? Dude is now gender neutral. I get it now. You know how when Ludwig, the big streamer, whenever he starts YouTube videos, he always starts it with boys. He always goes like, boys. I get it now. It's gender neutral. It's a gender neutral boys. Like how my dudes are gender neutral. Because I call everyone a dude. Everyone's a dude to me. It's just a term of endearment for people that I like. Crazy. I understand now. Dang, I used to make fun of them for that too. Dang, what kind of hypocrite am I? guess that's where we're at now. I wonder who like I wonder how hard it is to make a game like this. I mean, obviously it's way out of my expertise. There's no world where I can make anything close to this. But the mechanics for a game like this are pretty easy to like, you know, put together. Just need like a model for like to put everything together from there. Oh my god, my eyes, dude. Get me out. There's no reason for me to have jumped over that the way that I did. But I did. And honestly, I'm kind of proud of myself. Boop. Oh, I'm not making it. Okay, well, that's the end of the stream. Thank you guys for... that's funny. I'm surprised I didn't make that jump. That's crazy. I was just W keying it. Alright, well, this was a short freaking stream. So next time I stream, I'm either going to be streaming this game or I'm going...
It's hard to choose the right path, but don't be afraid. You can always repeat. We learn from our mistakes.
I just lost my train of thought because of that. Something. Oh yeah. I'm either gonna stream this or I'm gonna do a stream where I start putting together like more stream asset stuff, but I do it on stream. No, we're gonna do some of that off stream as well. Of course. I'm not gonna do it all on stream. But other stuff, I want some input from chat, assuming that anyone's going to be there. Otherwise, I guess I'll just be figuring things out on my own. Hopefully, I'll be able to do it at like my typical streaming times, but who knows? We'll have to wait and see. I'm honestly, depending on how things go, this might actually be a normal streaming time. I want to stream for a little bit longer, but I can't see myself like if I actually make good progress and then a certain time period passes, I have to stop. I'll be really sad. But I now know that next time I want to play this game, it's gonna have to be when I have more time. But yeah. So this was my extra scuffed stream of the month. I guess, or something, especially, or something. And yeah, that's really actually maybe I'll do a stream where I go over the Steam sale stuff as well, because I don't know, that could be interesting, I guess. Okay, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys, I don't know when. That's depressing.